buying a car can be stressful, right? We've all been there. Will just did it recently.
Very stressful. Very stressful. It could be stressful on both sides. Actually, It was pretty sweet. The guys called me back and they were like, you didn't happen to buy another car after we told you we wouldn't give you the deal that day, did you? And I was like, yes, I did. That was like sweet vindication.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I mean, it can take all day. It can be stressful on both sides, like you said. If you don't know what you're doing or what you want, you might be there all day. So sometimes you just want to leave the dealership for a few minutes while the paperwork's getting drawn up or the car is getting serviced or whatever, right? So the Lubbock, Texas BMW car dealership didn't flinch when 50-year-old Eric Dion Warren, let's get a picture up of him, when he went there, he asked if he could, get off the lot for a few minutes. Here he is, right there.
Oh wow, yeah.
Is he in a barber chair?
Yeah, that's what that is.
It does look like a barber's like cape around his neck.
That's exactly what that is, because that way we won't spoil the story. It's a barber's chair picture. So so the Texas BMW car dealership didn't flinch when they were like, yeah, of course, you want to get off the lot? Here's a loaner car. Here's the keys. Tossed him the keys to a BMW. Said, no problem. We'll see you in a little bit because you're about to buy a BMW. Go nuts. See you later. Do your chores. I guess Warren got dropped off by a friend or the trade-in already happened because he didn't leave in his car to do his errand. He left in a BMW loaner car, and that errand was going to the bank. Pretty normal errand, especially on a day when you're making a purchase, right? Like a large purchase, you go to the bank. Warren was making a large withdrawal, in fact, when he got, which also makes sense. And when he got to the teller, he slipped her a note to explain how large the withdrawal was because she might not have believed it if he had just said it. And the note said, "This is a fucking robbery. Play with me and die. I want $10,000 in $50 and $100 bills now. You got 1 minute or I will kill you."
Whoa, dude. Intense letter.
He racked up so many extra charges with what he chose to write on that letter.
Yeah, not a barbershop. Not a barbershop anymore, is it? Yeah.
He gave himself so much more time
Years.
with just a few words.
That's why he's got such a frown in his mugshot. Cops are probably telling him that.
Yeah, it was like a haiku, 20-year haiku. He then pulled out a handgun and said, "I ain't playing around. I only want hundreds and fifties."
What a plan, though. This guy had a real good plan. He was going to, he's hijacking a BMW free right off the lot.
It's the getaway car. It's got some zip. Yeah.
Easy money. And then, boom, 10 grand or under at the bank should be also easy. The death threat, he didn't think that one out.
No. So the teller did what all tellers are trained to do and gave him the 10K, but slipped in a pack of 20s with recorded serial numbers. So what a stupid, brave teller doing what they're supposed to do there. That's what they tell you to do, slip in a pack of 20s. Wes and I were both tellers. Warren now with the 10K in cash in a fast food bag, got back in the dealership loaner car for part 3 of his plan, drove back to the dealership where he jumped out of the car, ran inside, flashing the money and saying, "Okay, now I'm ready to buy this motherfucker." So he robbed a bank to buy a car.
Interesting.
He took the loaner car to use as the getaway car. He then robbed a bank with that, went back to the dealership to buy the car that he was there to buy in the beginning. Employee.
But why would he buy?
He needed the money to buy the car.
So he thought that he was going to get away scot-free with that bank robbery.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even his car. He used a loaner car for the robbery. So how would they know who the fuck, by the time it was all said and done?
Like the cameras and whatnot?
Yeah, this is untraceable.
Yeah, it's untraceable. Exactly. The 20s, that's why the 20s were traceable, unfortunately. Employee of the dealership got a call from someone while Warren was in the finance office trying to put down a cash payment on that BMW he was trying to buy. And the caller said, "Hey, look, there was a BMW and it was this make and model and it had a bunch of tags from your dealership. Like it looked like it was like a loaner car from your dealership. And here's who the robber was." And they described him. And the employee was like, "I'm staring at him. Oh shit, he's in here right now." So that employee called the cops, who swarmed the shit out of the dealership and arrested Warren when they found all the Mark 20s on him. They're like, "Those are the Mark 20s. You're going down." He gets arrested.
What an idiot.
Yeah. They also found a spray painted pellet gun on him, which he used as the fake handgun. So it was
that's got to lessen the charge, right?
That's true.
You
can't kill someone with a pellet gun, so maybe it was an empty threat.
Down a notch.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what this guy did. He tried to rob. he tried to rob a bank and then use that money to pay back the dealership.
So my question is, there 10 grand. So he's still financing.
It was just a down payment. Yeah.
He was going to steal it. Yeah, he was completely gonna like, go against her, have to.
Well, he tried to put down a $3,000
His loan.
cash down payment to get a little bit lower monthly, and then he was going to keep the $7,000 cash for himself, probably. So yeah, he was still financing it.
Somebody was gonna have to take back the car eventually.
What a plan!
Yeah, this guy was just on one.
Going back to buying cars. So I remember I told you guys my girlfriend got in that bad accident. She totaled her car. So she had to buy a new car. And the funniest thing that happened at the dealership, I'm sitting there, we're at the Toyota dealership, and this woman, we're talking about like what other cars she wants to get. She's like, I think I'm thinking about getting a Kia. It's between you and the Kia. And she's like, the dealer's like, I had a Kia. I had three transmission failures and 2 engine failures in my Kia. Like, you don't want to buy a Kia. I was like, this lady is fucked. She's just lying. Like, it was the worst lie I've ever heard in my life.
Wow. It seems
it was a fucking insulting lie.
Brand new cars. The engine just fell right out the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe
failures,
it.
Yeah. 3 transmissions, 2 engines. I was like, Jesus.
Blew up.
That's crazy.
The airbags decapitated my kid. That scene at the dealership must have been a sight to behold, though.